Kevin Samuel said it best. Buy a dog, die alone. Boss. I'm a boss. Big boss, and you know it's real talk. These modern females or these modern feminist mindsets, they are setting themselves up to die alone. Don't no man want to deal with that. It's like I made that little video, a little song. Die alone, strong and independent. Die alone. Submission, you ain't with it. You don't need no man. You won't get on his plan. I hope you understand, ma'am. You're gonna die alone. You're strong and independent. Die alone. Submission, you ain't with it. You got your PhD and your DOG. You would clearly see you would DIE. What? Alone. Die alone. Yeah, I made that song. I sure did. And I made it like an ad because I wanted hella people to see it, especially y'all female. And I made it like an ad, but on some real shit though. A lot of y'all females is gonna die alone. You gotta trip. Use common sense. It's already not enough men to go around. That's how nature works. All right? Nature works like that from the beginning. There's always more wombs. There's always more females than males in any society. In the animal kingdom, it's like that. In insect kingdom and animal kingdom, mammals and humans, there's always going to be more wombs than sperm donors. That's just how nature works. You know what I'm saying? One man can impregnate what? 10, 15, 21 or whatever. So there's always going to be more females than more men anyway. Just off top. There's always more women than more men. So automatically, not every woman is going to get a man, unfortunately. That's off top. Then you come into the point where, certain sections and races and demographics or whatever, or across the board, then you got to subtract from the men who's going to be locked up, incarcerated for a very, very long time. So that's taking men out of the equation. So there's already more females than men. Then you got to subtract all the men who's going to be locked up. Then you got to subtract the men who, going off overseas fighting and dying in wars. And then, we live in a society now, you got to subtract the men who identify as not men and they go the other way. Okay? Now, yes, you have that on the female side too, but again, it's already lopsided because what? There's more women than men already. There's already more women than men. Not every woman is going to get a man. So first of all, if you have a man, you should count your blessings to be lucky. There's already more women than men. Then when you start factoring in other things, it decreases the men count even lower. Okay, so then you're talking about, nowadays, I want the high value man. The man who makes 6 figures. The man 6 feet. The man who has 6 pack. He can't have a regular job where he's only making 40, 50, 60K a year. If he's not making 120K or better, I don't want him. If he's only making 50, 60K a year. You just literally that right there, you literally are sealing the deal because the majority, more than half of the available men in the country are making between 40 to 60. More than half of the men of the country. You just chopped yourself off at the knees. And you want that elite at the top. Most likely he ain't gonna want you. Okay, so then you talk again, these mitigating factors, the guys who make middle income and then the guys who make under that, right? Then they're actual poor guys or guys who make a minimum wage or guys who are homeless, or have these kind of situations going on. The pool gets smaller and smaller and smaller, but yet somehow you magically think, again, repeating myself, from a situation that's already lopsided, more women than men available anyway from the start, let alone these mitigating factors, then you want the cream of the top. You are delusional. This is why many of you would die alone. And now with the introduction of a lot of men waking up, realizing their superpower with just a passport, taking flights and unplugging themselves from the matrix and expanding their options, oh, you really gonna die alone. Why? Because you're strong and independent. You don't need no man. You won't get on his plan. You want to do what you want to do. You want to do what you want to do. You're not going to get on his program. And you want the best of the best on top of that. You want the best of the best and you won't settle for less. That's good, boo. Guess what? Buy a dog, cat, rat, bat, parakeet, gerbil, hamster. Buy all that. Buy them little doggy bags. You know what I'm saying? Men invest in dog food, cat food, dog houses, anything pet related. Invest in that. So, you know, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be the new Netflix and Google and Tesla stocks. You know, man, I wish I would have invested in Google and Netflix and invested in Uber. I wish I had invested in all this stuff years ago. I'd be a millionaire. So invest in all things pet related, man. Because why? It's going to skyrocket because a large section, and again, who are the most consumer based? Women. Anyway, you know, women buy a lot of stuff, right? That's why a lot of marketing is towards women. Women like to shop. They like to shop till they drop. Charge. Buy purses, bags, beauty stuff for the house, stuff for the kids, right on. But women like to shop till they drop already. So women are already big consumers already. And there's a large base of women, more women than men. So all these women who like to shop, they're going to be by themselves because of their attitudes. And guess what? All this pet related stuff, man, get you some stock, man. Get you some stock. And that's what it is. So women, the women who do want to listen, the women who want to halfway listen and try to salvage some situations, listen to Kevin Samuels. You need to find a man and hammer out a deal. Okay, all this old other kind of stuff that you own, you're setting your own self up to die alone. So hopefully with this new mass awakening and movement, it can help out some future generations. You know what I'm saying? But for current generations, like my generation, all of us adults now, it's bad for you. It's bad for y'all women. It's bad for y'all. You know, so maybe you know, the little girls coming up and the little boys coming up with them, the next generation, maybe 20, 30 years from now, we can get this back on track. You know, get it back like it was 50 years ago, 50, 60 years ago. But from the 80s, 90s, and the early 2000s, they pulled a trick bag on us. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women drank the Kool-Aid. It's divide and conquer. It gets deep. It gets deep. But at this point, you know, without even getting into all the origins of it, it is what it is. Even though, yes, it is divide and conquer. Unfortunately, the roots already have sprung and grown. So the generations now, y'all dying alone. And yes, and by extension, some men will die alone too. But guess what? That impacts a man a lot different than a woman. So a man can die alone. A man can be alone a lot faster than a woman can, right? So again, you guys started off already more women than men. There's not going to be, it's like when you're a kid playing musical chairs. There's more people than chairs, and that's part of the game. It's built into the game. So when the music stops, everybody's trying to find a chair. That's how it is in real life. There's more women, there's more females than men available, period. Every woman is not going to get a man. And now all you do is shoot yourself in the foot with these high expectations, your attitudes, and all this other kind of stuff. So men are going to check out. And that's when you're talking about the races, let alone the men start, you know, going over the black man to the white or the whatever, this and that, or different countries. Man, so it is what it is. You guys did it to yourself. You drank the Kool-Aid. Some of you, if you're smart, you'll try to something, and then it's not hope for all of you. It's just numerically, mathematically, it's not right? It's not hope for all of you, but some of you can get on the program, you know what I'm saying, and correct your course and just not die alone and find you a man, a workable man, and hammer out a deal. Or not. I teach my guys, we don't catch feelings, we catch flights. So it is what it is. Keep buying your dogs, die alone, doing what you want to do. You don't want to get on the man program. You want to do your own thing. You have all these high expectations. That's fine and that's good. Die alone. Men buy dog food, cat food stocks, and invest in them doggy bags. Because them females going to buy them like they going out of style. That's what it is. Real talk with the boss. Big Boss from Oakland, California.